Hello there, thank you for visiting Offcam Celebs once more. It goes without saying that growing up is difficult for the Disney Kids star. It's never an easy ride for Disney kids because they are drilled into them from an early age to make sure they maintain their good reputations and follow the regulations. But fortunately, things are drastically improving. Even now, Disney is beginning to integrate LGBT characters in its productions, meaning that some of their gay stars are no longer need to keep their sexuality a secret. If you've ever wondered what your favorite Disney stars were like outside of the spotlight, take a peek at some of these stars who can now finally be themselves. Garrett Clayton. While this smiling and endearing visage may be recognizable from the movies like Teen Beach Movie and Teen Beach Movie 2, Garrett, a former Disney star, has long tried to be authentic to himself. It took him until 2022 to decide it was time to speak up, at which point, like many young people, he turned to social media to reveal his true identity. In a moving Instagram post, Garrett said how his new film, which was released at the time, was personal to him, and how he hoped that people would see it if it could even assist one person. He also mentioned the fact that he has a secret boyfriend, saying, quote, "Myself and the man I've been in a relationship with for a long time," unquote. After that, there was no question about it. Shortly after his tweet went viral, Garrett took over the main page of Gay Times and did his first interview since coming out as homosexual. When asked why come out now, Garrett responded that he was gay and had been in a long time, happy relationship with another man. Garrett claimed that he is at last at ease. Garrett and his partner Blake even started a YouTube channel on which they broadcast about their personal lives because Garrett is now so at ease with who he is. Josie Tata. Flourishing as a teenage lady named Josie after entering the industry as a young boy named JJ. In terms of what it means to truly find and know yourself, this young star has undoubtedly gone on an unusual trip. She had always identified as a girl, so when she began the book Roles for Men, she felt as though her identity was being haunted.
Because I was booking roles playing like one identity, which was usually like a feminine guy, but in my home life and in my real life, I'm obviously not that. I'm female, and that's what I choose to identify as.
At known best for her roles in Jessie, Glee, and Champions, Josie has had to contend with her love of acting and her tendency to unintentionally typecast herself in roles she isn't genuinely at ease playing when discussing her experience growing up queer. She said, quote, "Acting has always been my passion. I'm grateful for roles I've gotten to play on shows like Champions, and I know I'm lucky to do what I love. But I also feel like I let myself be shoved into a boy. JJ Tota, gay boy," unquote. In a different interview, Josie even mentions that her buddy once sent her a script for a particularly amusing feminine gay boy, like JJ Tota. Despite having a great combination of family and friends who were highly supportive of her, it took Josie until 2022 for her to gain the courage to finally let herself be free and out as a girl, both at home and in public. Josie returned to Instagram after briefly deactivating it, released her first photo of herself as Josie, and reintroduced herself to the world as the girl she had always wanted to be. It's safe to say that she is currently enjoying life more than ever. She said, quote, "I realized over the past few years that hiding my true self is not healthy. I know now, more than ever, that I'm finally ready to take this step towards becoming myself. I'm ready to be free," unquote. Joey Polari. The Skyrunners and Avalon High from the Disney Channel were where we first encountered Joey. This young actor is currently most recognized for his role as Simon in the LGBT film The Beloved, which tells the tale of a young child who discovers he is gay. Joey plays the part of Lyle, a prospective love interest for Simon in the movie. Joey mentioned in an interview that she truly related to his persona a lot while discussing this, saying, quote, "His experience was similar to mine," unquote. Very much like his character Lyle. Joey had a positive coming out experience when he was 18 and was relieved about how his friends and family reacted. Quote, I think all my friends and family knew on some level. I think maybe 2 people were shocked, unquote. However, while how other people respond is undoubtedly essential, how an individual handles the situation is ultimately what matters. And Joey has been honest about how difficult it was for him to realize he was gay. He explained, quote, the only part that was difficult was me coming out to myself. The greatest difficulty I found was that it didn't match my idea of myself. It seemed incongruent with the future I imagined for myself. The identity I had struck up with others. The interplay between me and women, me and men, now suddenly seem entirely different. That just didn't seem fair or right, unquote. Well, we can all give Joey a pat on the back for listening to his heart and coming out in his own time and allowing himself to be the person he really is. Bella Thorne. If you've been following this Shake It Up star's life and career for a long time as we have, you already know that Bella Thorne announced she identified as bisexual in this 2022 during a Twitter Q&A. There was no fuss, just a straightforward tweet that made everything public. Although she primarily dated men like Tyler Posey and Greg Sulkin, she did date a variety of interesting men. Bella attracted a lot of media and fan interest with a number of supposed girlfriends as well. Within a short time after coming out as bisexual, Bella was spotted kissing her best pal, Ellie Prendergast, on Snapchat, and the two even briefly flirted on Twitter. Sadly, the story was just a rumor for the fans who adored the concept, but they later met YouTube star Thorne when she tweeted that she'd liked to date her. Both parties experienced love at first sight, and the two immediately gained a devoted following. However, as with all wonderful things, it regrettably came to an end, and Ella found herself back alone. But in 2022, Bella decided to once again shake things up and revealed that she has decided to try a new label and actually identified as being pansexual. After just 3 years and numerous relationships, Bella was out as bisexual and enjoying life. But then, just 3 years and so many relationships later, Bella decided to shake things up once again. She said, quote, I'm actually a pansexual. I didn't know that. You like beings. You like what you like. Doesn't have to be a girl or a guy. It's literally you like personality like you just like a being, unquote. Although they were first photographed kissing in April 2022, this was the case when she met her future husband-to-be, Benjamin Mascolo. They didn't become Instagram official until June, but since then, they've pretty much been inseparable, and they now want to be married, while not nearly being an international superstar in Bella's league. Actually, Benjamin is a very well-known Italian vocalist who performed in a duo. Despite the fact that some fans may be sad that Bella chose not to choose the path of getting married and having a girlfriend, we should all be pleased for her if she's content. And Bella truly doesn't make coming out and being your true self seem so simple. But while she's so open in interviews, that doesn't mean she always finds her true self so easy to talk about. When talking with Team Vogue, Bella said, quote, I identify publicly as bi. The thing is, I use the word bi just because I feel like for people who don't necessarily know that vocabulary, is easier to say I'm bi, unquote. Zendaya. Fans continue to speculate about this popular former Disney star's romantic performances. Unlike her former Shake It Up co-star, despite being an advocate for the LGBT community, Zendaya has never formally acknowledged her membership. A recent interview, though, might have just altered everything. Back in February, Zendaya participated in a brief Q&A session with Vanity Fair, and with just one response, hearts all around the gay community began to beat a bit quicker. When asked the question, quote, what is the quality you most like in men? Zendaya was quickly to slight change the question and make sure her answer is relevant to both men and women. Quote, I'm most like in a person, how about that? Unquote. People were incensed by the simple act of her answering in the plural to refer to either gender, and they began to doubt about her sincerity more than ever before. She then went on to answer the question and left fans with even more questions. Quote, I would say like kindness is kind of like not the best way to describe it. But sometimes people are just good people and you can just feel it, and I don't know how to explain that. But there's like this little spark they have, or this little special thing that they have that just you feel safe and happy around them. Unquote. Could Zendaya be referring to a specific someone? Has she ever felt a connection with a man or a woman? Fans will simply have to keep asking questions until Zendaya is ready to answer them all, as is the case with many other topics, and ideally, the wait won't be too long. Raven Simone, one of the most well-known former Disney stars, made headlines after she broke the internet. In 2022, shortly after gay marriage was made legal in the United States, when she came out formally via Twitter. Quote, I can finally get married. Yay government. So proud of you. Unquote. Obviously, supporters flocked to Raven's side quickly, and it was soon acknowledged that she was just another child star who could now live the life she truly desired. Of course, in and out of the spotlight. Getting here wasn't at all simple. In 2022, Raven discussed how difficult it has been for her to remain herself for so much of her life, despite being a role model for so many people since a very young age. She explained, quote, I never thought I would come out because my person, no life, didn't matter. It was only what was supported to be sold as the Raven Simone brand, unquote. But luckily, times are changing and Raven is once again an inspiration for both people in and out of the LGBTQ community. Quote, it is about that one person who you'll never see or meet who watches the show and feels that confidence to just say, quote, hey, guess what? I'm gay. And if you can't accept me, it's okay because I see Raven pushing through, unquote. With someone like Raven to look up to, we can all agree that the next generation of gay Disney stars are in safe hands. So what did you learn about these former Disney stars? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.